Welcome in to Houston Texans today by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we're going to talk about the possibility of bringing Lamar Jackson to H-Town. How realistic is that? And there's some recruiting involved. And what does it mean for the Texans franchise going forward, kind of weighing their options? We'll go over all of that and more coming up right now. Lamar announced today on Twitter in a message to the Baltimore Ravens fans that back on March 2nd, he had requested to be traded by the Baltimore Ravens, that he wanted to move on elsewhere, and that he said it was a business decision. It wasn't anything against the Ravens, but he's looking to move on. Well, then you go back to March 7th, and the Ravens put the non-exclusive franchise tag on him. So kind of catching up this situation here. Basically, with the non-exclusive tag, anybody can put an offer out there for Lamar Jackson as a free agent, but the Ravens can match that, and then you also factor in you'd have to give up 2 first-round picks. Well, Lamar requested to be traded, and that opens up the door for a traditional trade to happen. So now you have a couple possibilities if Lamar were to move on from Baltimore. Well, what about the possibility of the Texans? Laremy Tunsil weighed in on the possibility, tweeting directly at Lamar saying, "What's up? Come to the city." Interesting, right? We'll go over the numbers and tell you more about Lamar Jackson here in just a second. Before we do, Texans fans, what an exciting time it is for this franchise. You got D'Amico coming to town as the new head coach. You got 2 high draft picks and a very eventful offseason so far to this point. I mean, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I mean, what are you waiting for, folks? We are covering this team like no one else is and in true Chat Sports fashion. So if you love your Houston Texans, if you want more coverage, here's what I need you to do. Just hit that sub button. Tickle that sub button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. If the Texans make a big move, we got it covered. News and rumors segments, we got that covered too. Really, we love you guys, and we want to provide the best for you. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now, youtube.com/TexansTV. So here's the question that Texans management has to ask themselves on this situation. Do you want to save money and benefit with having a rookie and being on a rookie deal and then spend money on other positions? Or would you just like the possibility of rolling with an MVP? Because think about this. If you are going with a rookie, you're hoping that they could turn into a player like Lamar Jackson, right? Now, if you roll with a guy like Lamar, then you already have that sure thing taken care of, but then you got to throw down a bunch of guaranteed money down as well. So that's the decision ultimately the Texans had to make if they were to make this move, not to mention how much it would cost them in a trade of the assets they would give up. The resume for Lamar Jackson's incredible, right? I mean, you're looking at a guy that's won an MVP, 2-time Pro Bowler, former first-round pick, won a Heisman Trophy. He's been a winner his whole career. And the statistics, I know that the past 2 seasons haven't been the best from Lamar, but when he's on, he's the most explosive player in the National Football League. And if he can manage to stay healthy, the Texans could be looking at getting still one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League who's still very young at this point. So, what say you? Tell me in the comments section. Do you want to see the Texans make a move and trade for Lamar? Or would you rather them just kind of go with the young quarterback situation, whether it's a Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, whoever falls to them at that number 2 spot? Let me know in the comments section. This is how we interact here at Chat Sports, is by getting lively and rowdy in the comments. Tell me what you think. Type Y for yes, type N for no. If you believe the Ravens should trade for Lamar Jackson or not, let me know in the comments section below. I'll see you next time here on Texans Today.